Hello, everybody, and welcome to Talk of the Town. You can't see me, but you can hear me because what I'm seeing is something that I really love, and that's Max Liver Mush. But I want to welcome everybody to the show, and this is my first time in this studio. I know if you're a faithful watcher of the show, you've already seen the new studio, but this was my first day to look around, so I've really been enjoying taking some time and just taking a look at this wonderful new space we've got. But I've also got some folks here that I found out have never been on the show before. So I can't think of a better way for me to start my time out here at this new studio than with people who have never been on our show before. So let's swing the camera around first, and let's introduce you first here to Miss Corinne Owens. Miss Corinne Owens is the Marketing Director for Cleveland County Government. And right beside her, we have Miss Jan Blanton, who's the Director of Public Relations of Greenbrook Design and Showroom Manager. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Now, I know that I want to find out a little bit about how you guys got into these positions and what you do, but we're here to talk about one of my favorite topics, and that's food. Surrounding a festival that has really come to define our community, isn't it?
It is.
This is really awesome. We've got the Liver Mush Festival coming up, and I definitely want to get into that. But let's start with you ladies, because you've never been on the show before, and if you didn't read the fine print, that means once you sit on the furniture, you have to come back. So you're already obligated to be here again.
We welcome that anytime.
Anytime. I don't know. Now, Corinne, I don't know. She didn't answer.
I know.
But Corinne, we'll start with you. How did you get into this position that you're doing?
Absolutely. So I'm the Marketing Director for Cleveland County Government. So that means that I handle anything social media, graphic design, event related with the county.
See, in my house, that's my wife.
Yes.
She handles anything social media related, anything else, because Tim was asking me, have you seen so-and-so? And I was like, was it online? And he said, yes, then no. Because actually, yes, she has to tell me. So that's an interesting job. How did you get into that?
I mean, I started out doing marketing more than 10 years ago and actually moved here to North Carolina 4 years ago to farm, actually. So I raise pigs up in Lawndale. So the liver mush is very near and dear to me because
very near and dear to your heart. You raise pigs in Lawndale.
Yes.
Now, where did you come from to come to Cleveland County and raise pigs?
I was born and raised in Annapolis, Maryland, so just outside of Washington, D.C.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that strange? And you found little old Shelby, or actually
Little
little old Lawndale.
Exactly. I love that.
And how many pigs do you have?
About 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you really are supplying the liver mush train here.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. Now I know now. Okay,
cool.
so we've got a pig farmer on this side of the couch. How about yourself?
So I work at Greenbrook Design. Started working there after I was a client. So I was a client first, and then the owners asked, hey, do you want to come to work for us? So I was a client first, and now I work there. I've been there about 13 years.
You must have been a good client.
I don't know. But anyway, so we have evolved from what once used to be Walker Woodworking, and now it is Walker Woodworking is our custom line of cabinetry, and Greenbrook Design is the showroom located in Shelby, and we offer 8 different lines of cabinetry now, as well as kitchen and bath design, interior design, and we have a beautiful retail showroom floor.
Sure do. That's an awesome place.
Yeah.
Now, was First Friday your brainchild?
First Friday was a collaborative brainchild. Stacy Walker had mentioned that, and prior to my job there, I was at the Owl's Eye Winery, and we used to do Wine Down Fridays.
Right.
So, and then the Greenbrook evolved later, and Stacy and I kind of talked, and it was kind of more her brainchild at that point, but we came up with the First Fridays. The main goal in First Fridays is to engage the community. It does give us a time to stay open till 7 p.m. on Fridays, but the main purpose was to get people in Uptown Shelby, engage the community, and once they're there, after leaving our showroom, possibly go and visit some local restaurants, shop while you're there, and that kind of thing. So that is the main purpose of First Friday, is collaborative community engagement.
Well, it worked. You have engaged us because we're a big fan of First Friday.
Yes.
And we were trying to figure out where I remembered you from. I remember you from Owl's Eye.
Owl's Eye,
I
okay.
was really sad to see that because, I know that it's a venue now, but
Right.
but that was really cool back in the Owl's Eye days.
Yeah, it was.
So, ladies, I always love to start the show talking to the folks because you guys are almost as interesting as what you've come to talk about today. Almost. No. But I know that together now I understand what you guys do, professionally every day. But how in the world did Liver Mush bring the two of you together?
Yeah, we've been together since 2022. That's when I first started with the Liver Mush Festival and the county. But Greenbrook has been a part of the Liver Mush Festival since 2019.
Yeah.
2020 and 2021 were virtual years because of COVID. But we've been in person since 2022, and this is a big year because it's the 40th anniversary of the festival. So we owe a big thank you to the McKee family from Max Liver Mush for starting the festival and having the idea to bring people to Uptown 40 years ago, back in 1985.
85. I know. I actually, I'm old enough to remember that. That first festival. So I'm sitting there thinking, I don't think she was around then. But yes, I am old enough to actually remember that first festival and thinking they're actually going to do a Liver Mush festival. I remember us being on the Food Network, with the folks up there, with Ted Alexander taking them to Shelby Cafe and giving them some. So that was really awesome to grow up knowing that every fall we were going to have a Liver Mush festival starting in '85. And one of the things that has always sort of defined our community is liver mush. Growing up as a kid, one of the things that I knew for sure was that if I left Cleveland County, I wasn't going to be able to get two things: Sundrop and liver mush.
That's right.
and you had to take it with you in mass quantities if you went to the beach because you couldn't find it, and people thought you were crazy if you even asked for it.
Yeah.
So, but it's become a much wider, more widely accepted food item now, hasn't it?
Yeah, and as a Mid-Atlantic girl, I grew up on Scrapple.
See, that's
It's
why
very
people would
similar.
ask me.
And so I've always, as soon as I came down here and realized liver mush existed, I said, oh my gosh, that is a prayer met, because I love liver mush. I eat it as often as I can.
See, for a while I went insane when I first graduated college and lived in Georgia for about a year, and right outside Atlanta. And I remember going to the grocery store and asking them for liver mush and them looking at me with this glazed, and it's like, you talk about Scrapple? And I was like, what's Scrapple? I'd never heard of Scrapple. So you grew up on Scrapple, so liver mush wasn't a big switch for you then, was it?
No, and my mom always told me as a little kid that it was everything but the squeal. Okay. But I still loved it. I mean, I've had it, it's great in omelets. It's great on a biscuit and a sandwich. This year we're going to have it on burgers, a liver mush smash burger, liver mush tacos, mac and cheese. We've seen so many different variations. It's been on pizza. So it's,
liver mush pizza's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, so many ways to enjoy it.
Well,
Sushi Jojo has a liver mush roll.
Yes.
really?
Yep.
I got to get out more.
It's my husband's favorite. It's my husband's favorite. When he says let's go eat sushi, he means a liver mush roll.
So how did Greenbrook get, because I know it started in '85, and that's way before Greenbrook came.
Right.
So how did you guys get involved with
So
Liver Mush
Greenbrook
Festival?
got involved because inside the showroom we have a fully working kitchen. And the dream idea of starting like a mystery cook-off was evolved once we had the mystery kitchen. But back up to the origins of liver mush and the recipe contest, and sometimes I get it backwards. Ellis Noel, Noel Ellis, yeah, who has passed away. But his wife actually started a column in the newspaper, and then kind of started the original recipe contest for liver mush once the Liver Mush Festival came into play. And then we've had Ellis, he's been my co-host a couple years at Greenbrook.
Right.
So Greenbrook got involved when the kitchen was available, and we decided, let's continue the recipe contest, and we invite contestants to bring in their recipes, and then we have a panel of judges. And then we also incorporated into that one more step to having a mystery cook-off. So we have two contestants that go battle head-to-head every year. They have 1 hour, and they have mystery ingredients that they also have to add with, of course, the staple of Max Liver Mush.
That's awesome. Now I know Max is, are they the only producer of liver mush in Cleveland County?
No, we also have Jenkins.
Jenkins, I thought so.
Yes.
I was trying to think, and I know there's several outside of Cleveland County now that have actually gotten into the fray as well.
Yes.
So that's pretty awesome. Now, when you guys are, well, first off, you guys are probably pretty heavily involved in the planning phase of the festival too.
We've been, planning since October of last year.
I was going to
this
say,
year.
that's what I often hear from folks is when they're putting together an event like this, they say, well, the event's over, and the next day they go, okay, let's start planning for the next event. Because it takes pretty much that whole time
What
to get
can we
ready
do
for
bigger
it.
and better next year?
Because I'm looking at all the things that go into this right now, and I'm like, wow, this This is a lot. So
Yes.
I know we've got maybe 2 or 3 more minutes here. So introduce us to the base concept of what this is, and then we'll dig into the details in the second half of our show. But tell
Yeah.
everybody out there who doesn't know what a liver, if there is anybody out there that doesn't know what a Liver Mush Festival is, what is a Liver Mush Festival?
Well, obviously liver mush, but it's so much more than liver mush. People have also known it as the Mush Music and Mutts Festival.
I do. remember
So it kind of has, it goes by both names. So obviously Mush is a huge component of it. Mutts, we're thankful to partner with Rollover Pets there in Shelby on the Court Square, and they offer paw painting, a pet parade, costume contest, all kinds of dog performances. So we are open to animals coming to the festival, well behaved, obviously. And then we also have the music part. So this year we actually have 3 stages with live music all day long. So
Oh, wow.
yes, all
pretty cool.
traditional bluegrass, folk, Americana music. It's going to be a really good time.
That's awesome. Now I know I'm sure Greenbrook's going to be right in the middle of it.
We are. We're at the the very end of the Lafayette Street where it's blocked off.
Right.
And this year we are implementing a new idea of we're going to have a meet and greet with our judges before the actual cook-off contest happens. So we'll be out on the streets. And we also have a live stream of the mystery cook-off that is going to be able to be viewed out on the streets under a tent there on Lafayette Street as well. So you can get close-up shots of what they're cooking and what's going on inside the showroom.
That's awesome. Well, I know that, every year it's one of those, there are events that people look at, like the Cleveland County Fair and so forth, that they mark time with in Cleveland County. I think this event has woven itself into the fabric of our community to the point where it's one of those events we mark time with. It's like, oh, it's time for the Liver Mush Festival.
Right.
And it's something that, we look forward to. And I love events. I just absolutely love events that bring people together, that allow us to be community. I hated those years when everything was virtual and we had to pretend we were virtually eating our liver mush. And because
We actually did a video contest during those
you
years.
did.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And but it was it's just not the same. It's just really wonderful to have something like this to get the community out and get them together and get them mingling with each other and just get that sense of we are a community together again.
Absolutely.
Now I know we need to take a short break here,
Okay.
but when we come back, I would love to have more details about what's going to be happening, some of these bands that are going to be playing, all these wonderful things. But for right now, we do have to take a break. But if you slip out and go to the refrigerator, you have to come back because there's more Talk of the Town right after this.
She gets her hair from her mom, her eyes from her dad, and her drugs from her home medicine cabinet. Fact: more people die from drug overdoses than from car crashes or gun violence. And over 50% of those deaths are from prescription drugs. Prescription drug abuse is preventable. 1. Secure and take regular inventory of our medications. 2. Dispose of unused or expired medications. 3. Share this message with others. Be aware, don't share, lock your meds.
As Cleveland County's premier event facility, LeGrand Center is the ideal location for any event. The LeGrand Center is located 45 minutes west of Charlotte, 45 minutes north of Spartanburg, and just a little over an hour east of Asheville. Whether you're a small business looking for a place for an off-site meeting or a bride looking for that special location for her wedding, LeGrand Center is the perfect place for you.
Cakes and cookies, toys and gifts, Christmas at your fingertips.
It's the shopping event of the season, the Southern Christmas Show, November 13th through 23rd at the Park Expo and Conference Center. Experience Santa's workshop, brimming with timeless childhood delights, twinkling lights, and festive cheer. Buy tickets early and save at southernchristmasshow.com.
Let's go to the Southern Christmas Show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm still here. I'm glad you made it back from the fridge because we've got more Talk of the Town. We're actually talking about the Liver Mush Festival. And just to remind you who we have here, I've got with me Miss Corinne Owens, and right beside her, Miss Jan Blanton. And when I left off and you guys were last talking, we were just about to dig into some of the details of this festival. And you know, one of the things that we haven't mentioned yet are the dates. When is this happening?
Yes, it's Saturday, October 18th from 9 to 4 p.m.
9 to 4 p.m. So it's Saturday, October 18th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Yes.
And is that rain or shine or?
Rain or shine.
Rain or shine. So come on. All right. So now I know that I was just looking at some of the stuff here. We've already talked about the fact that it involves a very big mix of vendors, but talk about that mix of vendors here for just a minute. Let us know what we've got going on, both food-wise and otherwise, because there's a lot of craft vendors and other things happening here as well. Tell us a little bit about that. Whoever wants to go first.
Yeah, this will be our largest festival to date with over 130 vendors.
Wow.
That includes more than 30 food and beverage vendors. So that's liver mush and non-liver mush options. We have plenty of non-liver mush options for those who aren't a fan. We don't judge. But we have everything from, you know, local artisans to baked goods to just everything that you can think of that you would want, you know, in a fall festival.
Right, and that's true. Because I was just telling you before the show came back on, we were just chatting. We've bought all sorts of decorative things that were offered, you know, by the vendors. And you say, from what you're saying, you're going to have even more of those this time around. And that's important to say also that there are other food options. If there are people out there saying, oh my gosh, I can't stand liver mush, I just can't do it, don't stay away because there's going to be something else to eat, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yes.
Now, I know you said Rollover Pets is one of the big festivals. I've got on here that there's a Land of Rhythm Kids Zone. Talk us a little bit about this Kids Zone. What happens there?
Yeah, super exciting. So plenty of activities free for families. So that includes, we have the pumpkin painting that's provided by Home Trust Bank and Central United Methodist Church. We also have the Poetry Fox. You give him a word, he types a little poem out on his typewriter. We also have Ross the Balloon Guy, so he does custom balloon art. And then we'll have the Dover Foundation YMCA there with mini putt-putt and fitness challenges for kids.
Oh, that's awesome. I could see a balloon hat in my future because I'm bringing my
Yes.
grandkids. All right. And of course, that fourth item down on my list is one that I personally will never forget, the liver mush eating contest.
Yes.
How long have you done the liver mush eating contest?
That is a great question, and I am not 100%
See,
sure.
I'm working on it too because whatever year it was first, my daughter decided to do it. So she actually was one of the first female entrants and got some kind of plaque or award for that. But she didn't realize the liver mush was uncooked. I mean, it's all cooked. I mean, I
Yes.
understand even as it is right there on the table,
Yes.
well, it's cooked.
Just cold.
But it was cold.
Yes.
She's thinking like she fries it up in the pan, like crispy, because she likes it really crispy. And it wasn't.
Straight out of the
So I'm
package.
filming her thinking, oh, please don't
How much
lose
is
your liver mush.
consumed?
So we are hoping to have our 7-time champion,
I saw that.
Michael Ellis,
actually have a
returning this
7-time
year.
Wow.
Yes.
And approximately how much liver mush does he eat during that time?
Over 2 pounds.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes,
Yeah.
in 9 minutes. You have
Wow.
9 minutes to
9
eat.
minutes and he eats 2 pounds of liver mush and
Straight out of the package.
Wow.
Yes. You get all the condiments, you get water, you know, drinks, trash can on the side. But 9 minutes to eat as much as you possibly can. And he has won 7 years in a row.
And is this on one of the music stages or where is that located?
This happens right in front of the Cleveland County Arts Council.
I was going to say, that's where it was the year she did it. It
Yes.
was right in front of the Arts Council on the square.
Yes, so there's 4 heats. There's 5 people in every heat. It'll happen at 11, 11:20, 12:30, and 12:50.
Wow.
Yes, we're very excited. The award ceremony is afterwards, and it's usually a big hit. So.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have the liver mush recipe contest and the cook-off at Greenbrook
Yes.
Design that you spoke of a little
Yes.
bit. That's pretty impressive. So recipe contestants can win up to $500.
Yes.
Now, if there are people on the show going, I can cook liver mush, and they want to be
Absolutely.
a part
We
of this.
want them. The liver mush recipe contest is still open as of today. You do have an application that you need to fill out. You can find that on Greenbrook's website as well as Facebook and the Liver Mush Festival Facebook. You can find the application for the recipe contest. So we have a panel of judges that do a blind judge tasting. And so they have no idea who has prepared the food. And then they have a scorecard that they will grade between 5 different categories to determine who the winner of the recipe contest is. We've had some great recipes in the past. Last year's winner was a liver mush on a ciabatta with homemade slaw and garden fresh jalapeno on top, I think it was. So it won the judges over last year. In previous years and other recipes, we've had liver mush on pizza. We've had liver mush rolls. We've had just pretty much any way you can think of preparing liver mush. It has been done in this recipe contest. So we've had a variety of winners throughout the county, and some people are not even within Cleveland County that enter the recipe contest. So we're super excited, and we've kind of got everything streamlined. You come in, you check in, we'll take your food and take a photo of it, and then we place that and present it to the judges' table all at one time. So they'll have up to 10 different liver mush recipes to taste and judge.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You want to be a judge one year?
Oh, listen, I would love to be a judge
Okay,
one year.
mark it down next year.
Mark it down. I'll do it. Listen, and I noticed who the judges are this time. Let's see, I had this up. Oh, here we go. It says you've got Wes, the Carolina foodie.
Okay, so those are the judges for the actual mystery cook-off.
Oh, the mystery cook-off is
Yeah,
that one.
so there's
Oh,
two
sorry about
different
that.
things. No, absolutely. The recipe contest is one contest in itself, and then the second contest is the live stream cook-off mystery contest. So in those we have a great panel of judges for.
Right.
The judges back up to the recipe contest are usually local business owners.
Oh, okay.
We have
So I
usually
got
a
a shot
panel
at
of at
this.
least
I can
5.
actually do this.
Yes. And we give them all a shout out on our Facebook event. And so you can see who all of the recipe judges are, that if you want to enter that contest, who might be tasting your food.
Awesomeness. All right, so, man, yeah, I got to get on that list.
Can I mention who the cook-off judges are? So this year for the cook-off judges, we have a great panel of judges. We have a panel of 3.
Right.
And our first judge is going to be Natalie Webb Ramsey, who I feel like is the barbecue queen and knows the pig about better than anybody around here, maybe besides Corinne, who raises them. But Natalie is going to be one of our judges for the cook-off contest. And then we have John Lay, who is with Queen City News out of Charlotte.
Nice.
And then we have foodie Wes Hahn, who is the Carolina foodie, who travels all over rating people's restaurants and food and everything like that. So we've got a great palette of judges that are
That's
going to
gonna be
really
cool.
be eager to taste the
I was going to
food
say, it's going to be interesting.
and go up against these 2 contestants. In the past, we've had pretty much chefs or cooks. Last year, it was Johnny Ray with Johnny Ray's Smokehouse and Jason Walker with the Depot in Lattimore. And so those 2 went head-to-head last year with Jason Walker taking away the trophy. We have since promoted Johnny Ray. He is actually going to be my co-host this year.
There you go.
And he has been very instrumental in this year's liver mush contest in helping us with gathering some people as well as some judges. So I want to give that shout out to Johnny Ray, who I'm going to eat at his new restaurant tonight as well. So I
Awesome.
can't wait. But those judges, the other 2, the foodies and then the Queen City News. So the contestants are Clint Boyd with Saltwater Markets, who is normally cooking fish or steak that he sells. And then I drew a blank. Wes. I said
Wes,
he was a
yep.
judge. He's
Yeah,
not a
that's
judge.
okay.
Wes Hahn, the Carolina foodie, is who Clint Boyd is going up against as far as cooking. Neither one of these really are, in a kitchen all the time, but they are around food all the time. So we're taking the foodie against the seafood markets.
There you go. This is awesome. This
Yeah.
is so much fun. Now, I know that if there's, some people heard you mention earlier something that they are hoping we get back to, and that's the music. So tell us a little bit about the music side and these wonderful bands you've got coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have the main stage by Albemarle. That's over by Grag Financial. So on one side of the square, we have music that goes from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So we're super excited about that. We have bands like South for Winter, Cassie and Maggie, and our headliner that is sponsored by Walker Woodworking is Songs from the Road Band, and they're actually from the Asheville area.
Awesomeness.
Yeah.
And so there'll be music pretty much all day then.
Yes, so there's main stage, there's the Carolina Harmony Trail stage, that's over by the Farmers Market, which is open 8 to noon. So we
great.
love to have people that come from the Farmers Market over to the festival or walk the Carolina Harmony Trail. So there's music there almost all day long, and then we actually have a new stage over by Max Livermush, over by the Arts Council, which will be Max Back Porch, and we have some local bands there that are going to be playing too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And all different styles, it looks like.
Yes, everything from folk to bluegrass, Americana, some indie, you know.
Oh, south
You
of
can
Winter
dance all
Filter.
day.
Dance all day. That's right. Bring
That's
your
right.
chairs
Bring your
and
chair.
set out. It's going to be a beautiful day. And I love this time of year just because, you know, fall is in the air, the smell of liver mush, the pumpkins being painted. It's just a beautiful sight
It's
all
beautiful.
around.
I know this is just a beautiful time of year. And like today, the day of our filming, I was just walking up here going, oh my gosh, this is a beautiful day.
Yes.
So I hope you have a day just like
Yes.
that you know, for
Yeah.
this event as well. But I'm just looking at this. You've got bands that were formed in Nova Scotia, New Zealand, Roanoke, Virginia, Asheville. There's a lot of a variety here.
Yes, yes. We really try to pull bands from out of the area to bring people from all over. And we see a lot of visitors from all over the region, North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, South Carolina. So we love to bring bands from out of our area as well as highlight our local bands and up and coming talent.
Yeah, and I was looking down here at the Max Back Porch stage, side stage. Where's that now?
That's going to be over by the Arts Council and
Over by the Arts
Pfeiffer's
Council.
Cafe.
Yeah, because I know both of these. I've heard Red Crayon, and I personally used to work with Danny Scruggs. That's
Yeah.
the head of Vintage Vibe. They've been actually at your event
They
before.
have Vintage Vibe has played at some of our First Fridays
They
as
sure
well.
have.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I like Danny. Danny's a great guy. He's so I'm just looking at this list and going, wow, I just want to stand around, eat liver mush, and listen to music all day.
That's what we hope for.
And that's what we hope for.
Yeah.
That's exactly what a lot of people will probably do is stand around, eat liver mush all day, and just enjoy this. Now, I know we're getting close to the end, so I want to make sure everybody who's out there hears again. Tell us the date, tell us the time, all the particulars.
Yes, Saturday, October 18th in Uptown Shelby. It's going to be 9 to 4. Did I already say that?
You did.
fine.
Just making sure we got that straight. And you can find all of the information online at nclivermushfestival.com. So that has all of our festival schedule, the music schedule, everything is online.
Okay, so online at nclivermushfestival.com. I think they've got that on the screen here for us. So nclivermushfestival.com. That's how. There are no tickets to buy. Just come, park, and enjoy.
Exactly.
Eat all the liver mush you can stand, or other food if it's just not your cup of tea.
And fill out that recipe contest. Go ahead, do it right now. You can win $500.
There you go.
And we donate $500 also to a nonprofit of your choice. So we have first, second, and third prize. And this year we have incorporated another prize in memory of Ellis Knoll.
Very good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, guys, I want to thank you so much for being on the show today. And, of course, remind you that once you sit on the couch, you have to come back.
We welcome it.
But it's also been a privilege and pleasure to be with you today, as well as you, because if you don't watch our show, we don't have a show. So we're just very thankful and grateful for our audience. It's what makes everything here possible, including this wonderful new studio that we are able to be in today. But we also need story ideas. So if you look right here on the bottom of the screen, info@c19.tv is how you can tell us about the wonderful things you know are happening right here in Cleveland County. We've talked to folks today who do everything from working in a design studio to raising pigs. And that's the beautiful thing about Cleveland County.
We're a great
There are
team.
so many stories and so many people that everyone needs to hear about, and so many events that everyone needs to know about. It's a great place to live, filled with great people, and that's what we celebrate here on Talk of the Town. And again, thank you so much for viewing our show, because we don't have one without you. So we're very appreciative. But until next time, this is Steve Putnam signing off saying, have a great week.